Hi, ladies.
Hi, how you doing? Baz, you look amazing.
Thank you. The day is here. Remember, we met like few weeks ago and coordinating everything, and then you guys are here now presenting. How exciting!
Very excited. We're very happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm sure you guys have got great stuff to share, so I'll let you do it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So we're here both today from Transitions UK, and Transitions UK is a charity that has been around for about 6 years now. So our CEO is Ron Overton, and he set up the charity after complaining to all of his friends about there is need for support for young people who are at a transitional point in their life. So all of our projects are for 16 to 25-year-olds who are at a transitional stage. In the current environment of COVID-19, we are a growing recession, especially concerned to address the needs of what has been called a lost generation of young people. Many people feel demoralised and disillusioned and disadvantaged from their community. So that's exactly where Transitions UK come involved. We run 4 different projects. So our projects are Achieve, which is for 16 to 25-year-olds who have learning disabilities. Attain, which is where me and Charlie come from, which is working with care leavers who've left the care of the local authority. Affirm, which is for young people with emotional and mental health needs. And then also Aspire, which I'll let Charlie tell you a little bit about.
Aspire is a project which works with slightly younger people from 13 to 24, and that is for young people at risk of criminal exploitation or risk of offending. And Aspire has recently launched in Bucks in the last month.
Perfect, thank you. We've just set up as well, last year during the pandemic, it was really difficult for us to reach out to some of the young people that we work with on our face-to-face projects. So I'm sure everyone who's watching is aware of like how difficult the last year had been, but we adapted our services to being online only. So our skills development sessions that we would normally run, they went to virtual, and we went onto a Facebook platform and did lots of live videos. That has now transpired into its own project, which is called the Virtual Project. Currently, that's only working with our face-to-face beneficiaries that we have in those 4 project areas we've spoke about. But from June this year, we'll be taking on our first cohort of beneficiaries that will fall within the category of Attain, so care leavers who've left the care of the local authority, onto a virtual only platform, meaning our reach is not just regional, it will be national. So then within all of those projects, including our virtual project, we use a wraparound skills model. So the young person is always in the centre. Our main element of support is mentoring. So each young person will either have a virtual mentor if they're on virtual platform, or a face-to-face mentor if they're on any of our face-to-face projects. You'll have up to 3 mentors. The first mentor will be working with you because they have similar communication styles, they've got personality traits that are similar, and they've got skills within an area that you want to go off and work towards. Then you'll get your second mentor, and ideally we want that second mentor to be someone who's a different age generation to you. So they're providing a different kind of support, creating that full family environment. And then your third mentor will come in, and that's normally 12 months into you being in the project, and we're looking to move you on to the next stages. So once you've got your mentoring, there's other areas of Transitions UK that will support you on. So skills and training, that comes from our monthly skills development sessions. Our confidence and self-esteem and our therapeutic inputs go hand in hand. So depending on your project will depend on what is available. For example, on Attain, we go to equine therapy, and we've gone and done work for a 6-week course. We might match you up with a private therapist who's going to provide one-to-one therapy for you. And Charlie, do you want to explain anything about the employment side?
Yeah, we work with lots of local businesses to look at apprenticeships and ways of getting work experience for young people. And it's really about tailored to what that young person wants and what they might want to do in the next couple of years. And also we fully understand that what you might want to do now might change, and that we really want this to be adaptable to that young person. I also just wanted to mention about the confidence and self-esteem that we work with lots of other businesses who may offer well-being activities, and that we're really, really passionate about using creative aspects to build confidence and to learn new skills. So maybe trying out yoga or trying out a fitness class or an art class is something that we're also really passionate about sharing.
We definitely are. Everything we do is person-centred. So the offer from Transitions UK and what we offer to our beneficiaries is that one-to-one mentoring. So you'll meet your mentor in the community and you'll be going for coffees, you might go for walks, maybe you both are into the same sport. So like Charlie's saying, we have partnerships and businesses where they offer you yoga sessions and you might both be into yoga, so off you go to a yoga session. It's all about having a befriending relationship that's supportive, that you'll be working off of our dream pathway plans and development web. So although it will feel completely natural and it will just be like having an additional friend, you'll also be working towards a dream, whichever you've decided you want to achieve in the next 2 years. We have peer-to-peer support. So specifically on our Achieve project, our beneficiaries work in cluster models. So all beneficiaries will be put into either a blue, orange, green, depending on like your needs. So you're working with people with a similar needs of yourself, and then we get peer volunteers who are of a similar age to you to be within that group, so that you're all supporting each other and developing at the same time. But we do that as well on our other projects by when we're out in the community in our monthly sessions, which unfortunately not all of our beneficiaries have had access to because of the pandemic. You'll be supported by your friends here on the project, and we'd be setting up for you to do meetups. So for example, one of our beneficiaries is a personal trainer. We will set up for him to meet with another group of beneficiaries and then some trained volunteers, and they will go off and do an exercise session.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of our young people who, after they've been on the project a little while, want to get into volunteering themselves and want to be a mentor. And that's a really amazing thing, to come onto project and go full circle to then be able to support another person is amazing. Yeah, I've got one young person in mind who said to me that hopefully, she said when she's ready, she wants to help mentor someone else, which I think is amazing.
It's our whole ethos there.
So we're just looking at how you can get involved. I mean, there's lots of ways that anyone can get involved with Transitions UK. You can obviously get in touch with us via any of our social media, or there's an email address down the bottom there, support@transitionsuk.org. One of the things we really want to talk to you today about was our amazing mentors. So we can't run our projects without our mentors, and all our mentors are volunteers. And we work with, like Charlotte said, you match your young person with the suitable mentor on personality, on skill set, and sometimes you just get a really good gut feeling that those people are going to get on. We offer ongoing support for our mentors. There's a training plan. We offer, and we do DBS. We offer DBS checks for our mentors as well. One thing that's really great, that the mentor is completely involved in that journey of that young person and working with the project leads on the skills development and on those dream pathway plans for that young person. And it's just really amazing to see that match start when the mentor is a little nervous, and the young person is understandably very nervous, and just watch that relationship grow. And that if anyone would be interested in becoming a mentor or just finding out some more information, then do let us know.
Yeah, I'll add into that one as well, Charlie, because if we want to offer support to our mentors, and our mentors obviously offer support to us, we wouldn't be able to run without them. We have our big volunteer group chat once a month. So it's a event where all of our volunteers come together and you all peer support. But also we're open to having volunteers and mentors who are coming through work experience. So you might be looking to get into employment, but you don't quite feel ready to take on a job. So you might come and become a volunteer with us, and we'll help you develop your skill set. Or you might be in school or college and thinking, I really want to get into a career with social care, but I don't know what it's all about. So then you can come and become a peer volunteer or maybe our Achieve project. Just all sorts of ways to get involved, including like we need people who want to get involved in our social media or want to run campaigns or fundraising for us.
Yeah, or some people might come to us and say that they want to build a trailer or make a short film about transitions, which is amazing for transitions, but also building up your own skill set as well.
We rely heavily on our partnerships. So we have many business partnerships and community partnerships, and we value them. So if anyone is working for a company or a business and watching this, or just wants to get involved to support the same needs of the young people we're supporting, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we love collaboration at Transitions UK.
We definitely do.
We've touched on what we offer our volunteers, but I suppose also it's interesting or important to acknowledge that you could volunteer in lots of different ways, not just in a mentoring way. It could be a sessional volunteer, it could be work experience like Charlotte offered. It also could be within our fundraising team or marketing team. So there's a huge amount of opportunity that for people to get involved.
Yeah, and while we're speaking about what we offer our volunteers, it's probably good if I mention some of the areas where we're working. So currently our Attain project, which is care leavers, we're working in Milton Keynes, Central Bedford, High Wycombe, Aylesbury, Chesham and Birmingham. Our Achieve project is working in Bedford, Luton and Stevenage. Aspire, Charlie?
Aspire is in Buckinghamshire, so we're looking at Aylesbury, High Wycombe, Chesham, Wendover and North West Southwest Chilterns. We're in most of Hertfordshire, North London, Bedford and soon to be Leicester.
Amazing, thank you. But that doesn't mean that if you're not in any of those areas that we don't want to still hear from you, because of our virtual project will be going live from June. So we will be needing support and partnerships and mentors who were happy to virtually support a young person on that provision.
Yeah, and with the current situation, a lot of our support for our young people has been virtually. So there's this hybrid model that we have now for our young people of in person and online. So should we move on to fundraising?
Yes. So we have a team of fundraisers and community engagement officers who work in our different areas. And we're always looking for fundraising volunteers, but as well, we like people to join into our events, not only just to raise money and awareness for our charity, but also to get involved and be directly working with our beneficiaries. We try and encourage our beneficiaries to come to as many events as possible. And sometimes that could be a business has sponsored their place so that they're able to take part in an activity, or that's because we've been able to subsidise the cost and get them involved. Charlie, do you want to do some more with fundraising?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many ways that everyone can get involved with fundraising. It could be just sharing one of our posts on Facebook to raise awareness for one of our events. We encourage our mentors to get involved, and schools like our Wear It Purple event sort of theme of pay £1 and you wear purple for the day at school. Obviously, this has been really tough, and I know a lot of organisations will be in the same situation that with the restrictions that fundraising events, we've had to think out of the box, shall we say. But the polar bear plunge, which I'm actually going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, which is basically jumping into a freezing cold lake and raising money that way. So if anyone wants to get involved or wants to come and join us and jump and do, and a lot of it's a lot of fun, as well as raising money as well.
And we definitely love the idea as well of just sharing the awareness. So if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, I'd really love to help a charity, but I'm not able to financially commit. For example, that Wear It Purple, just putting something purple on and using our hashtags and tagging us in, that is really benefiting the charity.
Yeah, definitely. And we, like you said, all our beneficiaries also love all the events that we hope to do in the summer.
Yes.
So that's kind of the end of our presentation, and I wondered if anyone has any questions, or I think we might be coming back to speak to Baz shortly.
Yes, and I am here with you guys. That was fantastic. Love the presentation. Like, what great support you are providing to young people. It's fantastic. Really great job, guys. And I've got lovely feedback for you guys. Joe has said actually, it's great to see that with all the suffering during COVID, you have adapted your support virtually, which has allowed you to provide not just local but national support. how long did it take? Like, was it a quick magic you needed to use to, adapt from physical to virtual? How did the process go for you guys?
It was definitely a huge just change. At first, it was a means to an end. So when we were all last year thinking, oh, we're going into a pandemic, what are we going to do? It was, okay, how on earth are we going to support our beneficiaries? So we got the most safe way possible onto a Facebook page with private profiles. It was closed so nobody could access. So just we had internal communication. So for the beginning, it was arranging, okay, we need to deliver food parcels. We need to support you with your mental health. We're going to meet you out in the community here. Like, let's do this as a group together, but following all of the guidelines. And then that transpired longer, that we started to work with some of our partnerships. So Dreamsign, Milton Keynes. We took some of our beneficiaries and went and did a day where we were focusing on our beneficiaries and what they needed, but by providing support to the community so that the young people still felt included in such an isolating time. And then that just kind of transpired. We started doing fun things. So we were playing bingo, doing quizzes. And then we just saw that it meant that some of the young people that we were working with face to face before the pandemic, who wouldn't engage in face to face sessions because of their anxieties, they've suddenly felt comfortable to join into a session because it's now on a virtual platform. So then Ron saw that there was a lot within this project. And if we developed that into something that helped nationally, despite a pandemic, we'd be able to reach a lot more young people.
Oh, absolutely. Virtual world does allow, it removes barriers as well, from people who can't travel, or people who got lots to do. They somehow being able to fit in into their schedule, and it just makes it so much easier. Sophie has said, wow, the support offered by Transitions UK sounds incredible. Sharon has also said, this sounds amazing. I know a couple of young people I will be signposting to you. So you got clients already. Sharon has a good question. She has asked, do volunteers need previous experience or education?
No, I mean, there's no, sorry, I was just unmuting myself. There's no perfect mentor at all. We're all about the people and how different everybody is. And we really hone in on that, and that everyone has a skill that they can share. And a lot of it is about giving time and to be able to listen to that young person. And if we do need to source out a specific skill, then we'll bring in another mentor on top of that. But yeah.
And everyone brings a different angle, because, for example, some of our mentors, they might have been, so in Attain specifically, I'll give an example. We have some mentors who've been throughout the care experience themselves, but they've never worked in this field. They don't even have work experience or CV experience, stuff like that they could share with the beneficiary, but they've got that whole emotional support that they can provide in a different angle. So we would still look to have them on board, but the way that we would match them with a young person and the training we would go through with them would be delivered in a different way.
Oh, absolutely. And is there a minimum or maximum age to be a Transition UK volunteer, or is it open for everyone?
It's open for everyone over the age of 18, but for our Achieve project, we can take some peer volunteers aged 16, but that would need to be assessed. But it's 18 plus, and there's no end age. You could be 105 and we'll still have you as a volunteer.
That is brilliant. Thank you so much, Charlie and Charlotte, for being with us today. It was so useful. And, it was a pleasure meeting with you guys earlier on anyway. And I can't wait to go on a coffee with you guys.
Definitely.
I've been planning. You know what I've been doing since yesterday? I've been booking myself up for either lunch or coffee or tea, all that is stuff, like with all the guest speakers, because I can't wait to enjoy my life again.
You'll have to come, Baz, to our summertime walk instead, and we can all have a walk and a walking coffee.
Oh, I can't wait for that day, Charlotte, and I'm sure it will come soon. But with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and we will catch you soon. Take care and have a really good day. Take care, guys.